I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to stop being controlled by people, situations, and circumstances by not being reactive to them. Because when we react to something outside of us, we give it power. When we can learn how to control ourselves and not lose ourselves in what is happening, we gain our power back. And I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to never be controlled by anything outside of you ever again. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell because I do actually post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, currently the only way to do so is by booking in a single session, and you can do so by hitting the link that's in the description box of this video. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. Now, the first thing that I want to share with you, which you've probably heard this before, is to understand that if it angers you, it controls you. If anything causes anger and reactivity within you, that is your first sign that something is it has already taken a hold of your attention. It's taken you over. It's hypnotized you. When you're reacting to the external world, when you're reacting to the 3D world, right? To the 3D world, I don't often like to use that word because people can misinterpret that word in many ways, but it has some validity and truth. Like when you're reacting to the physical matter that you see in front of you, whether that's a person, whether that's a situation, whether that's the money in your bank account, whether it's the relationship, whether it's the person not messaging you back, whether it's something in your life, right, that you dislike or don't have a preference for, automatically it controls you. It has taken a hold of your consciousness. And you can pretty much apply this to anything. So when you're sitting there getting angry at something, automatically it controls you. Keep that in mind. If it angers you, it controls you. Now, the second thing that I want to share with you in this video is something that I found in my personal life that has been incredibly useful. And I really believe that this is something that can really change your life once you become conscious of it. Once I became conscious of this, there's certain things that would pop up in my experience consistently. Everywhere that I would go, I would experience the same problems everywhere that I would go. For example, when I still meditate now, but for example, when I used to have this problem when I would meditate. Whenever I would meditate, I would always have like a bee just like messing with my meditation, and just like a fly totally messing with my meditation. And I came to a conclusion that the reason why the fly was messing with me was because I was in reactivity, and then I was reactive, and then so was the fly, and then we were both reactive together because the fly could sense my energy. Right? You'll notice that animals and dogs and cats can feel the same thing because animals are very sensitive to energy. So the second thing is that chaos feeds on chaos. Okay, chaos feeds on chaos. And the key is to stop blaming. Stop blaming, because the animal, you don't blame the animal for your own anxiety. Right? If you ever used to watch that show called The Dog Whisperer, right, with that guy named Cesar Millan, right? There were certain owners, right? And they had a lot of the time Cesar would try to tell them like, hey, your dog is responding to your anxiety, so you have to fix your anxiety. And people were shocked whenever Cesar would just do something like, he would just be like, just stop. And then the animal would just stop. People were shocked. Why did Cesar Millan have so much control with the animals? Because they could sense that he had a grounded presence energy. There was no chaotic energy in his body. And so animals can feel this. Now, if you want to stop being controlled by anybody in your life, any situation, whether it's a family member, And by controlled, I mean your inner state gets messed with. And then of course, if you go really far in that direction, you may even start to blame people and convince them that they are the reason why you feel the way that you feel. Although if you get lost in a reactive pattern long enough, that may be the belief that a person has, but eventually there's a remembrance that it is not the person, but actually whatever is happening is a reflection of the chaotic energy that a person has within them. So the key is to realize that chaos feeds on chaos. So if you're ever feeling really chaotic in your life, that's your higher self, in my opinion, and that's the higher version of you letting you know that it's time to reground your frequency, okay, to reground your energy, because until you do that, then you'll be controlled by the external world. Now, the third thing that I want to share with you in this video is to understand that this is just a perspective, okay? I'm not here to make any bold claims around, is this the absolute truth? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Okay, that's not really, we're not here to debate. I'm here to give you practical advice that's gonna help you in your life, regardless of where you are in your life. So this isn't about debate. This isn't about, me being right or me proving something to anybody, right? This is not about that. Let's just leave that to the side for a second here for the purposes of me helping as many people as possible fix any problem in their life and help them to feel the inner peace that they deserve. This is just a perspective, okay? So right or wrong, true, untrue, let's just leave that to the side for a second. The third thing that I want to share with you is that it's not the situation, okay? It's not the situation, it's you. This is the perspective that is very useful to have if you really want to find the inner peace in your life. Because for me personally, if I'm ever feeling any kind of anxiety or chaotic energy, I've programmed myself to understand that the reason why I feel that way is not because of the situation, but because it's me. That's my default. I used to be 90% in this sort of reactive unconscious haze in my life, where I would always be blaming people and like being in pain and being in resistance and feeling all these negative emotions, right? And at some point I decided to flip that paradigm completely and simply decide that it's not the perspective. If I'm feeling chaos, I've decided upon myself to say, you know what? It's me. It's always me. It's always me. So I'm the reason why I'm feeling chaos. I'm the reason why there's chaos happening in my life. And I take responsibility for that. And I make the changes and I take the action necessary and I switch my energy around. Maybe I go do more meditation. Maybe I go for a walk. I do whatever I need to do, whatever I believe I have to do to fix my energy, and then the reflection changes. I've let go of the paradigm that it's the outside world dictating my inner state. See, the outside world is not dictating your inner state. When you stop believing that the external world is dictating your inner state, you will take your power back and find the inner peace within you. And with that, I conclude this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, the only way to do so is by booking in a single session, and you can do so by hitting the link that's in the description box of this video, and it's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.